Have you guys seen the videos talking about how Call of Duty is dying? With Black Ops 7 around the corner, everyone seems to be saying the same thing.
COD is in trouble, but not for the reasons you think.
I don't care about Black Ops 7. I'm gonna be straight honest.
Call of Duty is dying.
And honestly, every time I see one of these videos, I cringe.
You're cringe.
It's cool to say a game is dying, but in reality, this is so far from the truth with COD. In fact, COD is actually doing really well.
Wait a minute.
Let me explain. Now, if you're a degenerate COD gamer like me, you've probably seen this graph before. This shit happens every year. Everyone is hyped when the game is released in November. By January, people would say they love the game or they're having fun. But then in February, they'd say that everything had changed and had gone stale.
Of the season 2, I don't know, man. These content drops are so weird. I miss the good old days when they would just release map packs. I can't believe it. I actually miss supply drops and map packs. I never thought I would see the day.
So by the time it's March, everyone will start saying COD is dead. But then the new COD trailer comes up and everyone is hyped once again. You see, this shit happens every single year. These guys will make claims like this without taking the COD cycle into consideration.
What?
Well, of course it's gonna decrease. Black Ops 7 drops in less than a month. Naturally, the Black Ops 6 player base is gonna be at its lowest. Right now, we should be at the start of the hype, and we kind of are.
David Mason.
What? 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 What?
Granted, going from Black Ops 6 straight into Black Ops 7 isn't great, but there is still some level of hype for the new game. Maybe not in the sweaty circles, but definitely from the casual gamer perspective. And I'll explain why. First, when people say that Call of Duty is dying, they always bring up shit like the player count is drastically low from the launch day, or that the pre-order numbers are lower compared to previous COD titles.
For the first time since 2019, COD is on the defensive. Pre-order numbers are lagging behind the competition.
But the thing is, it's not as simple as that. That's the minor shit that doesn't really determine the lifespan of a Call of Duty game, or the entire franchise as a whole, and I'll explain why. Like most games, after their initial launch day, the player count starts to go down as they move on to other games. Or they've already gotten their money's worth after 100 or 200 hours playing the game. Look at Elden Ring.
Thank you! I deserve it! I deserve it! I've been a bad boy! Keep spanking me!
One of the biggest games of the decade.
Boyfriend beat Elden Ring! An Elden Ring? Elden Ring.
An Elden Ring.
Almost 1 million players at its peak on Steam alone, but now it's hovering above 10 to 15k players. And sure, you might be saying, well, that's a single player game with optional PvP, and that's not a Call of Duty title. Why are you bringing this up? Of course the hardcore Souls fans will play them when the casuals are gone. Well, that's the thing. It pretty much applies to every game, even Call of Duty. No one stays to play COD campaigns. The main draw of COD is the multiplayer. Just look at how many people were playing Warzone or Modern Warfare 2019 on October 27th, 2022. And then look at the launch day of Modern Warfare 2, from 40k to 240k. Now, let's look at Modern Warfare 3. The game was released on November 10th, 2023. You see how in just 2 days, the player count practically quadrupled and fluctuated until it finally found a stable player count? If you zoom out, you'll see that Warzone 2.0 had almost 500,000 players at launch. But that's because it's a free game. It'll naturally have more players at launch than people who buy COD each year. Even Modern Warfare 3's 190,000 players wasn't able to keep up with Black Ops 6's 315,000 players, and generally had more players from November up until the latter parts of December 2024. Do you see the point I'm making here? How when people tell you that COD is dying, they're pretty much lying to your face. Yeah, it's true that the player count did drop from 500,000 since Warzone 2.0 launch to around 30 to 50k now, but to tell people that it's dying is like saying Fortnite is dead because it used to have 14 million players and now they're left with this. Steam's chart isn't even the whole picture since it only makes up a small percentage of players as opposed to people playing on Activision Blizzard's launcher as well as those playing on consoles. Most people who only play this game for a few days or weeks won't stay long to compete against sweats and veterans who have been holding an Xbox 360 controller since birth. Second, complaining that Call of Duty is dying because people wanted to cosplay Nicki Minaj or fucking Beavis and Butthead is just so stupid, it's hilarious.
Oh, this doesn't belong
in Call of Duty, okay? Whether it's Nicki Minaj, or it's like the reindeer bundle, or the dog bundle.
Now, look, I hate Nicki Minaj and all the ridiculous bullshit skins just as much as you. But again, I'm the guy making a video about this shit, and you're the person watching it.
Did I lie? Did I lie? Did I fucking lie?
The reality is, outside of our YouTube and Reddit bubble, people are still gonna buy the game with or without the skins. In reality, most people don't give a shit about this at all.
I hate you, Patrick.
I hate you more.
I hate you no matter what.
I'm going to buy this skin. I think these skins are pretty.
Patrick, can you shut the fuck up?
On top of that, Activision couldn't give less of a fuck because unfortunately there are a lot of people buying those shit skins and making them extra money.
Would say that the core identity of these newer Call of Duty games basically has to get compromised with weirder skins in order to make more money.
And the reason these skins were added in the first place was because Fortnite skins were popular and are still popular to this day. Activision wanted to cash in on that trend and people really didn't need to buy them at all. It's cosmetics. People keep buying every single Call of Duty game every single year, but keep whining about the nostalgia of the good old Modern Warfare 2 days that's missing in the new games, when it was supposed to be realistic and gritty. Yeah, I've never seen a more realistic combat than this one.
I can see the lights shining in your eyes, even when you're falling asleep. I can see my fate counting up the days, but
To summarize, I agree the skins suck, but to use that as an argument to say COD is dying is an over-exaggeration. Another huge thing people love to complain about is SBMM, skill-based matchmaking. Every time a new Call of Duty drops, there's a wave of outrage about how sweaty the lobbies feel.
One of the nastiest things we remember about this game, aside from not having a working minimap, aside from no dead silence, aside from the dog shit maps, and all the fucking footstep audio and everything, right, is skill-based matchmaking, and how sweaty everything was if you weren't an absolute shitter.
But here's the truth. SBMM isn't ruining the game, at least it's not the intended purpose. It's just making it fairer for the majority. And yes, we have to acknowledge that skill-based matchmaking on the recent COD games were fucking garbage. And yes, it's unfair that you get matched with even more cracked players the more you queue for more games, but that's literally what the skill-based matchmaking was about. Your skills are being matched with someone who is on your level or even more cracked than you are. The problem is the hardcore COD players, the ones grinding every night, chasing nukes and 3.0 KDs, want to stomp casuals for clips. They want to relive that nostalgic high from 2009 where you could drop 70 kills on a bunch of kids who just got home from school. Meanwhile, the hardcore crowd screams Call of Duty is dying because they can't farm easy kills anymore.
Call of Duty used to feel like a Friday night with your mates. Nowadays, it feels like ranked in every single game you play. The biggest reason for COD being so much fun pre-SBMM was because it was natural.
But again, that's not a dying game, that's a balanced one. At least from a business perspective, which drives even more profit for the company. And with the announcement that they're removing skill-based matchmaking and a couple of other things, I can only imagine that the same people saying Call of Duty is dying will be lining up on Steam and the COD website ready to pre-order. The fundamental problem with Call of Duty doesn't just lie with the developers, but also the players who keep funding Activision Blizzard. Those who can't stop investing in the franchise despite its repeated offenses like flies to shit. You hardcore MW2 or BO2 fans hate to hear it, but Black Ops 6 sold 500 million copies worldwide. The reality is that the largest proportion of people who now buy COD are casuals who don't give a shit about all this noise. If you watch this video, you do give a shit, but unfortunately you are the small minority. The majority doesn't give a shit, and that is who Activision cares about. And even then, Activision doesn't care about its players at all. Activision Blizzard doesn't just want your money, they want all of the money. So if you fall for their bait, you deserve the Call of Duty you get. But gamers have the attention span of a goldfish watching TikTok clips and Instagram reels all day. Whether it's on Reddit, on YouTube, or on Steam, they like to complain that Call of Duty's dying, that it's dead, that it wasn't the same as the good old days of Modern Warfare 2 or Black Ops 2, and it's never gonna get any better. But the reality is, every year, Call of Duty outsells most AAA titles. They'll say Infinite Warfare was the worst Call of Duty ever, but it was still the top-selling title that year.
Are you serious right now, bro?
People will tell you Modern Warfare 2 2019 was bad, but at the same time, you'll see the same guys saying it's not so bad. And then the game they said was bad or dying became the fastest selling Call of Duty game of all time. Like, be for real, dude. It's pretty much like this every single year. People will shit on the previous COD titles, just like in the Lifecycle meme, and then glaze the new COD after a few months. And then somehow get hyped for the next Black Ops or Modern Warfare or whatever the fuck, like they never learned from the previous Call of Duty games that broke their trust in the first place. I mean, are people stupid? Or are they just forgetting about all the bad shit Activision has done to them to the point that they gaslight themselves and let themselves get brainwashed like they're fucking Masons?
Rebellion is difficult, isn't it?
Can't say at this point, but the point stands. People will buy Call of Duty regardless of whether it's dying or not, and whether the hardcore COD fans believe it's dying. So be smart with your money, and thanks for watching.